Simple Life presents 20 signs he is falling for you hard. 1. He does what he says he will do. Other than trust, long-term relationships are also built on agreements. If your guy says one thing and does another, there is something wrong with that. He is just being dishonest. Automatically, there is no trust in the relationship. Without trust, you'll never be able to connect on an emotionally deeper level. First, you can check this by giving him simple tasks, for instance, meeting you on time for your date night. If he says he'll meet you in front of a restaurant at 6 p.m. sharp and he doesn't, then this can turn into a potentially big problem in the long term. If he didn't show up on time for your first date, don't even bother giving him a chance. On the other hand, if he is planning to do things with you and keeps his promises, then this is a man who cares about you and your relationship. This is a guy who takes your relationship and you seriously, and wants to build a future with you. 2. He buys you gifts and spoils you. Okay, it doesn't have to be like this, and it's wrong to expect someone to act this way. But if he buys you gifts and surprises you just because he wants to, then you can be sure that his feelings for you are genuine. All he wants at this point is to make you happy and smile. The greatest reward he can get is to see you grin from ear to ear. If he is truly, madly, deeply in love with you, he will spoil you and make sure that nothing is ever missing from your life. You're his girl and best friend, and his life's mission is to make sure that you're the happiest woman alive. Isn't that just perfect? Isn't that the biggest sign he loves you? 3. He makes eye contact for longer than usual. This is so not the same as when he's just checking you out. This is way more than that. You know those moments when you're doing something but you also know he's near you, you can feel his eyes on you. So, even though you're still concentrating on the thing you're doing, you just take a look because in the back of your mind you know he's staring at you. And you catch him. You catch him staring at you, but he doesn't look away. Instead, he cracks a smile and stares at you even longer. He's trying to tell you with his eyes that he is falling for you hard but can't say it out loud, not yet. Are you looking for a good sign he's falling for you hard? You've got one. 4. You can feel it when he touches you. His touch is not an ordinary touch. His touch is the kind of touch that makes your whole body shiver and your knees weaken. His touch is special because it's a touch full of strong feelings for you. It's the way he hugs you when he comes home from work, how he cuddles with you while you're watching a movie. It's the way he kisses you good morning before his alarm goes off for the second time. He's not just touching you. He is loving you with every caress. 5. He talks about you all the time. You'll see that he is so proud to have you as his girlfriend. He won't be able to stop talking about you. In every conversation he has with his friends, he'll mention you. If this is not a clear sign he's falling for you, I don't know what is. Either it will be casually, or he'll tell them an anecdote concerning you that is closely related to the topic at hand. Some may think that this is too much and that these men are clingy, but when you look at it, it's so cute, isn't it? Who wouldn't want to have a guy by their side who can't stop talking about you, loves you so much, and is proud of every little thing you do? 6. He listens to you. He won't just be there physically when you are talking. He is not the kind of guy who'll think about something completely different while you're speaking. The fact that he's crazy in love with you will make him pay attention to every single word that you say. He'll look directly into your eyes and absorb each word. Not only that, but he'll remember what you told him. If you tell him you want to go to an Italian restaurant but it's impossible to get a reservation, just wait and see, because a few days later, your honey is taking you to eat dinner Italian style. 7. He makes plans with you. He'll commit to you and make plans with you. Commitment is the last piece of the puzzle in a relationship. When you get your guy to commit to you, you can be sure that your love will last forever. You can be positive that your love life has taken the right turn. First, you start with little things, such as getting him to fulfill his promises and make small plans for the immediate future, like where to go for dinner. Later on, that dinner turns into a concert, the concert turns into a small trip to the country, and so on. 8. He notices things about you that others don't. This is the easiest way to tell if a guy likes you and the telltale sign that he's falling for you hard. He notices things about you that other people fail to see. These could be sweet things, but it could be your flaws, too. To him, it doesn't matter. To him, whatever you do differently and whatever you do that makes you unique, he adores. 9. He spends all of his free time with you. He can never get sick of you. He wants to spend all of his free time with you, yet at the same time he doesn't want you to get tired of him, so when you need space, he will gladly give it to you. You don't have to make special plans to lure him to your place. You don't have to mention sex or romance. He'll be there even if you just veg on the couch for a movie night with a bowl of popcorn and nothing more. 10. He survives a chick flick. Even though he'll be probably bored to death. But if you want to see it, he'll suck it up like a man and endure it just because he's in love with you. And while he's at it, he'll pretend like he's having the best time ever. He won't let you see that he is bored because he knows it will ruin your night. A man who loves you deeply will go out of his way for you. He'll do things that don't interest him just because it will make you happy, and never expect you to return the favor. But how couldn't you when you know what he's doing for you daily and how many chick flicks he's watched just to make you happy? 11. He doesn't notice other girls. His eyes are fixated only on you. He doesn't need to go on Instagram to search for hot girls to follow. He doesn't need to search for random girls on Facebook or in real life just to have them as backups. He has you and you are more than enough for him. Seeing you, touching you, and being close to you every day is all he needs to fall in love with you even more. 12. He tells you he loves you. It's the final stage, the phrase that is the easiest to feel but the hardest one to say out loud. Sure, some guys use this when they badly want to get a girl in bed, when they don't mean it just to get what they want. That said, if the guy you're with is so into you that he's prepared to make himself vulnerable by saying these 3 words, you can be sure the deal is sealed. 13. He treats you with respect. Respect should be present without even mentioning it. Since there are so many relationships where there isn't mutual respect, this becomes a must if you're entering into a romance with someone. You'd be surprised how many women get blinded by love and completely ignore the fact that the man is not showing any respect toward them. Later on, they hope he will change and gain respect, but that rarely happens. Anyway, if the man in your life shows interest in your life overall, it means he cares about what you're up to, which leads to the conclusion that he respects you enough to be involved in your life. 14. He helps you become the best you can be. You are not worried when you're with him. You don't think about all the things that can go wrong. He simply brings out the best in you and his presence makes you the best version of yourself. When you think about it, the point of every relationship is to push each other to be better and smarter. If your partner doesn't challenge you and inspire you to be the best you can be, then he doesn't care, does he? This means he isn't that interested in you or what becomes of you. 15. He stays in your life and not just on the bad days. He wants to be a part of your world and not just in the good times, but through the bad times, too. If he's only pretending to love you, his fake love will be revealed through his behavior. For instance, when you're not feeling all right, he will move away instead of asking you if everything is okay. When you're dealing with some kind of a crisis, he will pretend like everything is okay just so he doesn't have to be your support. But this man, a man who is falling for you hard, is there even when you're falling apart. He is willing to make sacrifices and risk himself being unhappy only to be by your side and protect you when you need him the most. 16. There is a strong emotional connection. Physical attraction is always one of the first things a man is looking for in a woman. Usually, these relationships enter the honeymoon phase, and when it's over, the relationship ends. While there is a possibility that true love comes from a physical relationship, it's not that often. If you're not willing to risk your heart getting broken only to see if he's going to develop deeper feelings for you, step away right at the beginning. For example, if a man is looking for a reason to get close to you while there isn't a chance of physical contact, take it as a good sign. Based on his emotional experience with you, he has concluded that he wants to spend more time with you because you're interesting. There is an emotional connection between the two of you and he wants to see where it goes. 17. He compromises. Making compromises means being unselfish. Who wouldn't want everything to go their way, especially in a relationship? Think about it, you want to go out, he has to come with you. You want to watch a flick, he has to watch it with you. Or you simply do everything he wants to do. That approach to a relationship is not healthy. So, if you notice that your man is meeting you halfway, especially when you're dealing with situations he's stubborn about, be positive he has feelings for you. True love is selfless. 18. He is your best friend. He is a person you have so much fun with, and at the same time you have strong feelings for him. Before you met him, you didn't know it is possible to have romance and friendship all wrapped up in one person. You always divided the two. You enjoy being around him and he loves being around you. You do stuff together, not because you have to, but because any errand or obligation is more fun and easier when he's around. That's the man you've been looking for, don't let him go. 19. Your values are the same. You are different people and you like different things, but the core is the same. You value the same things, so your life goals are the same. When you have something like that in common, it's easier to accomplish these goals because you're doing it together. Because of the same core values, falling in love is the next logical step. So, if it hasn't happened yet, it will happen very soon. 20. He makes you happy. And the most important of all the signs, you are happy. Simply put, without any explanations, you just are. Perhaps you've been searching your whole life for that feeling, for that man who makes you feel like that. Now that you've met him, you're no longer searching, but you're living what you dreamt of. He perhaps hasn't said he loves you yet, but it doesn't mean it's not true. If he does all the things from this list or most of them, and he says he loves you, then you have no reason to worry, you've landed a jackpot relationship. Have you seen these signs in the guy you have dated or currently dating? If you like the video, do subscribe, like and comment. Do hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification. Thank you for watching.